They're the same company who allowed the N-word to go live in the daytime, isn't it?
Yeah, be careful, bro.
Yeah, it was one of the regional stations, but yeah, they did.
I had to get that one out, man. Whatever.
By continuing with this program, you have therefore agreed to take zero offence to what is being said. After all, it is called Don't Get Offended. Duh.
That's what they're saying.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna let it ride, man. Let's just let it ride until it goes, man. The red button's on, so we're live. Man.
Oh, we're live now, yeah? We're in.
Yeah, let's. Right, it's just doing it on its own. What's
because they're booing you, man. They're expecting.
Actually, you know what? I could have turned it down.
Yeah.
They're expecting John, but they got you.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a bit weird, man, being here again in this seat for the first time. Why did I say again? I don't know. But yeah, man, we are here, and it feels a bit weird. John's not here, so you know.
I feel like, is that a part to me? Like, you know.
Yeah.
You know what? It does sound like a bit like a part to you,
John,
innit?
do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I think you should take that, but I think you should apologise, man. You know what I mean?
No, it's not a par. No way is it a par, because like what I was gonna say is that, do you know what? Like by the grace of
Yahusha.
let's not. No, I'm not gonna speak like that.
Okay.
But do you know what? It's amazing that we've got Shahlaa here today.
Hi, guys.
Hold on.
Hey.
He's getting used to the controllers, man.
Back again.
Yeah.
How you
It's
doing?
nice to be back.
It's good to have you back, Shahlaa.
Thank you. And I met Colin this time.
Yeah, I'm here now. I wasn't here the last time. What was I doing last time? I was probably working somewhere selling burritos.
Probably, yeah. Probably. That's what you normally do, isn't
selling
it?
burritos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the first time we met. So I'm the guy I'm the burrito king, the taco man, the taco guy.
Okay.
You never had a taco unless you've had one of my tacos. Do you like tacos?
I do, but I prefer like a naked burrito bowl.
Naked burrito. So you like gluten free. You don't like wheat.
I do, but like, yeah, I just prefer it.
But it just spoil the whole thing.
Because it will get soggy in the wrap, and like then it, yeah. Like have the
soggy
wrap
in
on
the
the
wrap?
sides. Do you know
Okay.
what I mean?
Why don't you just make what she wants?
Yeah, I'll do that next time. You know, next time I know that you're gonna come down, I'll make sure I have food prepped and you know my burritos.
I'm vegetarian though as well. That
That's
might
fine. In
swing
fact,
a little
vegetarian.
bit.
You know what? I done an event yesterday, and someone said to me, "Colin, make me the best vegetarian burrito you've ever done for anyone, anyone in life." So I said, cool. Jackfruit, peppers, onions, plantain, whichever would you want.
Plantain.
Courgettes.
I grew up thinking it was plantain, but you know.
See, I've actually had arguments with people back in the day about plantain and plantain. I even had a breakup over it.
I feel like it's a
Yeah.
national debate. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's
I'm down with planting.
I'm down with planting.
I'm planting now, like 100%
Absolutely.
in that.
Even though it's visually
So you
spelt
changed.
plantain.
You used to say
No, but that was my childhood, like, so you know what I mean, like, so I can only go by the direction that I was given. Like, it wasn't like the direction that, like, you know, that I am here today. Do you know what I mean? When I got older, I realized, oh, do you know what? It's plantain. Okay,
Exactly.
even though there's an A in there, but
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Okay, no, that's cool.
You know, it's like Django. You know, like the J is silent, or like D is silent. One of them. You know, so like
isn't
the A is silent in plantain.
But didn't Samuel Jackson's character call him the Django? You know, the Django.
He did.
You uppity son of a. You know,
Yeah, he
at the
did.
end.
Yeah,
don't
but it's only because he basically shot off his two kneecaps. He was pissed. I know what I mean? He was vexed at the time.
I haven't watched that in ages. I need to watch that.
There's too many N-words in that. And Leonardo DiCaprio, in fact, I read somewhere that he was actually very, very, he didn't want to say the N-word that many times, but it was Samuel L. Jackson says, listen, do it. I don't care. I got to get paid. I want to go home. You better do it now.
He
was
sounded like
reluctant to say it.
He enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, but he had to go up. I don't think he had to go through therapy, but he had to go through some stages where he had to try to practice and try to get his mind right to say, look, okay, it's a film. I need to get paid from it. It's Quentin Tarantino. It's a big budget
You know,
movie.
he's an actor, right?
Absolutely.
So that means he could be acting that he didn't want to say it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe we could
You
have
know,
that. Yeah, you know.
There's a word like out there that, you know,
Yeah.
I don't really want to say it.
I really want to say it. It's either if I say the or the the GR or the GER or the GA. So he had to kind of like balance which one which one he wanted to actually say in the end. No, seriously, Leonardo DiCaprio, he's a G, but he was reluctant to say it from day one. He didn't want to do it.
I didn't see any reluctance.
I don't know. I don't trust him since I've heard certain things. Like growing up, I loved him and he's a really good actor, but I don't think I think we get caught up in his characters that's like him as a person, and he's not really like that as a person.
What was he like as a person?
He likes
never
to
know.
date young women, very young.
Did he date Rihanna?
Did
I
he?
don't know.
Oh, everyone dated Rihanna.
Never heard that one.
ASAP Rocky dated Rihanna.
Yeah, but a lot of
had a baby with her.
Hollywood. That's why they call it Hollyweird.
it's very
They're
weird.
very weird. Like,
Do you know what's on tonight?
Yeah.
what's
The
the
Oscars are on tonight.
Are they?
Yeah,
I ain't
Oh my
watching that.
gosh.
yeah, man.
What sort of rituals they're going to be throwing out?
Throwing eggs at the stage now. I can't believe I was actually awake watching the Oscars the last year when the slap happened. I watched it live on
Oh,
Sky
I didn't
Movies.
watch it live. I watched all the...
Have you been here since the slap? I
No,
don't think you have.
I haven't.
What did you think of it?
I thought he shouldn't have apologized if he was going to slap him, basically. Like, the slap was fine, but, like, why did you apologize afterwards?
So you agree with the slap?
I don't condone violence.
I think you
but
did.
I think you did.
I think that if I was at an award show and my husband felt like he wanted to defend me, I know it was a joke, but he wanted to defend my honor, and he thought the right way to do that was by slapping the guy, then I'm not mad he tried to defend my honor. Do you know what I mean?
My thing with Will, he wasn't keeping the same energy, bro. He was laughing. He was fine until she rolled her eyes and was like, oh, do something. He's a puppet, man.
Well, you know how I felt about it. It was
Absolutely.
I felt it was staged.
Yeah,
so.
stage ritual.
Yeah, everyone said that. Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
this.
but Black Boulet,
I mean, they are actors. Do you know what I mean?
of course. Yeah. She's not a good one either. She's not a good one. She's not a good one.
And I still think the Oscar was for the slap, like rather than the film.
I still haven't seen the film. Have you seen it yet?
No.
King Richard.
Nah, I'm not seeing it.
It's out now, isn't it? To just stream.
Yeah,
I need
but
to watch it.
I'd rather watch Elvis, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not really bothered about.
He's another one though who liked younger.
Yeah, yeah, but you
What
know,
did I start?
yeah.
Shouldn't
14.
even be
She was
laughing,
15 in it. Eh?
Well, Priscilla.
So he was the original map, basically. Minor attractive people. He was the original one.
Charlotte, do you know about maps? Have you heard this term?
Not Google
No, I
Maps,
don't
by the way.
think so.
All right, so okay, how do we break this down? So you have a certain group of people who have come up with this word to describe paedophiles as minor attracted persons, to kind of soften the word itself.
Minor,
Yeah.
attracted person.
Yeah. So they're basically saying that, you know, all right, let's say how in the rawest form, paedophiles are people too with feelings, and, you know, it might not be their fault. So let's kind of soften the word down and call them MAPs. Minor attracted persons.
Look at her face. She's like, what?
I don't really know what to say to that. I mean,
Can I throw something else out in the mix?
Yeah, go
To
on.
call a paedophile is now offensive.
Is it?
Yeah, look at her face again.
A pedophile.
So,
Yeah.
so really, it should be then offensive to call a rapist then as well, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
There we go.
there we go.
Yeah. We can add more to the list.
We got, yeah,
Yeah.
true that. Yeah.
That's why. Is that like a law, or just in society they expect you not to say that anymore?
I don't know, maybe just in Scotland.
We did get a lot of flack for that.
Whoops.
I think I do always think about like the mindset of a paedophile in that, like, because it's so strange to me, like I would like to think there's some explanation to it, but I also think that some people are just bad people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do you know what? It's just one of them things. I just think they're just filth, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it's just this whole maps thing. Obviously, I think
I think you shouldn't be sleeping with children if you don't want the label, basically. Like, what's going on?
Straight. There's no debating it, man.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, but they exist and they're trying to merge them within the LGBT community. So it's gonna be like another letter.
No, that's not the same thing.
No, they're literally gonna merge it. Yeah.
Because like you can't, like a transsexual, bisexual is when they take on that label, they're consenting to that. That child that's part of the label, the paedophile, is not really consenting to it. Do you know what I mean? They cannot merge that. Is that what they're doing? Is they merging?
Tell that to the government. That's what they're
Oh,
they're putting
you
through
lot
now.
are really trying to have my head today.
Oh, we're really not. We're really not. Do your research.
All right. Google later, not the maps.
Yeah.
So from now on, I'm gonna use Waze to go back home.
It's Waze.
Yeah, Waze.
Oh,
I'm not
so
gonna use
not
maps. Yeah, no.
All right. So, all right, you know what? All right, let's get down to the get down and that. So obviously we're here. Don't get offended on the Press Pause Network right now.
Absolutely.
It's Chris Samuels, humble servant of the Most High, Yahuwah, follower of Yahusha, and blessed by the Ruach HaKodesh.
That sounds
I'm
lovely.
here to pod. If you didn't know that, Yahuwah, the Most High, Yahusha, the world knows him as Jesus, and the Ruach HaKodesh is the Holy Spirit. So, yeah. We have special guests in the
Could I
building.
not introduce myself? And then we can,
No
yeah.
problem. I thought I was going left, you normally go like
Clockwise.
clockwise.
Okay. Well, then it gets ladies first. Oh, that's fine. You can carry on.
No, actually,
What was the point?
I just popped in, man. Well, I'll tell you what. My name's Colin Palmer, Mr. Burrito King, Mr. Rap Stars. I'm in a bit of pain today right now. I done shrugged in the gym. I'm looking dead in the camera. I done shrugged in the gym today, and I've done it for the first time in like probably half a year. I'm in agony. So if you see me like doing all this facial expression, I'm not doing anything under the table. It's just actually a pain that I got in my back. Over to you now.
I'm Shahlaa Tahira. The smoothness, honestly, slick.
I don't know, it was bare slick.
I'm a presenter, a podcaster as well, a mum, and my 9 to 5 job, because this always throws people. I still work in like media and production, so with BBC One Extra and Sony Music Podcasts.
Oh, wow.
Yes, indeed.
That's why I was looking over when you guys were setting up, like thinking, are they gonna be all right?
Like,
Now, do you know?
these
Do you know
novices
what it
don't know
is?
what they're doing.
No, do you know what it is? Right. Obviously, I've got years of experience of working these, but in terms of like this podcast here, this is the first time.
And they're specific.
Yeah, and it was an emergency, and obviously we didn't want to let you down as well.
I
either,
appreciate
you know what
you
I mean?
guys.
So
Yeah.
So all right. So
Thanks for inviting me back.
no. Listen, you're welcome back anytime. Welcome back anytime. Thank you for coming as well. All right. So before we get into the first topic of the day, let's just go around the room and just see like how people was, how your week was, and everything. So, Shahlaa, how has your week been?
It's been very good. Basically, last week I got a combo of like norovirus and flu. Not last week, just gone the week before.
So what virus?
Norovirus.
Is that a new thing? Is that a new
No,
strain?
it's old. It's old.
Okay.
But I don't really want to tell you the details. Google that one. It's
I
gross.
should do my research on that. Okay, cool.
And basically, it put me out for a week. So last week I was on it. Like, you know, when you wake up and you're just like, I've worked out 5 times. Like, I went to the office twice. Like, I was just so on it, cooking everything. Everything was like, we've got to go this week. So I just feel like this is a nice way to end a very productive week. Yeah.
Good.
It's good.
How's the family?
They're good. I think last time I was here, my son was like a few months and he's about to be 2 now.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, next week. So he's like grown now, basically
Big
telling
man.
me, get up, mummy, and stuff.
Running the house. Running the
No,
household.
he tries, but nah, still not. But he's good with his sister. Like they're really cute together.
Yeah.
They're proper growing off each other. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Colin, how you been? How's your week been, man? Apart from your back, obviously.
So the back is the least of our problems. So basically, I've got 2 trailers. I've got a big one and a small one.
Yes, indeed.
I called you on the
Yeah,
day.
you did.
So I do private bookings, and I'm also stationed in Brentwood and Essex, outside the shopping centre, where I'm on Delivery, Uber, and Just Eat, just serving burritos, because I'm the only guy who does burritos and tacos in my area. But I get quite a few private bookings, and where it's been the colder months, it's not been as busy because the footfall's not been too strong. But now I'm getting quite a few private bookings in different areas. I get to go to Basildon, Braintree, Colchester, and all sorts, yeah? So had a booking in Colchester. It was on Tuesday, and it was when King Charles was coming through to Colchester to go with Camilla to the Colchester Castle and Colchester Library. And mate, 500 police officers. I don't know if there was any police officers in London. They got them all to go to Colchester. Yeah, they lock off the whole road. I had to be there by like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was stationed outside a shopping centre where a lot of people actually come, like the footfall come through that way. Bro, the heckling I hear to King Charles was mental.
Who?
The heckling.
To who?
Charles.
You said...
Like no one wanted to hear him or see him or...
I hear people holding up signs saying, not my king.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
You said King Charles, right?
Him.
Bruv, he's Charles.
Just to say Charles.
Yeah, he ain't no King
Wait, you're
Charles.
not accepting it?
No,
He's not accepted.
he's
Let
Charles.
me retract that for the view. Yeah, Prince Charles. Oh, Charles.
Charles.
Yeah, just call him Charles.
Charlie.
So
Charlie, yeah.
Will you accept if Will takes over? Will you accept Will?
Do you know what, right? Probably none of them.
Yeah.
None of them.
None of them.
It's not going to be Harry now.
They're all shady. They're all like, I don't know. They're, Harry, no, William and Kate, I've heard, obviously the streets are talking. I'm just a journalist. And that. It's not coming from
the
me.
streets, man.
Yeah, but I've heard that that they've got concubines. So and that's something natural that probably runs in the family anyway. So they obviously they're all related anyway.
Yeah.
No one just gets into the royal family by chance. Meghan's not by chance. She's 13th cousin of the royal family. I didn't know they're racist.
Yeah, exactly. Chris Rock just put her in her place on the
She's
Netflix
13th
special.
cousin.
She's you can look it up. They're 13th cousin. They don't just get in there just by
You have to be affiliated in some way to get
What
in
about
that
Diana?
club.
Of course.
Same.
She comes from the House of Stewards, which they needed that bloodline. They needed her bloodline to because they actually lost the bloodline itself. So they're from Germany. They needed her bloodline, which is why they got Charles and Diana together. And this is not even from me. This is the streets talking again. All right. I'm just a journalist.
Royal education.
I'm just a journalist, and I'm just reporting. But I heard that. I heard that Philip is the father of William. That's what I heard. Yeah,
I've heard
because
that
Charles was too in love with Camilla to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about Harry?
We all know that that's next man's son.
And that's what I was coming to.
Like,
that's literally.
They're just messy.
Have you not watched The Crown on Netflix? Diana sneaked James into the castle to do all type of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, let me get back to my part of the week, right?
Yeah.
They're all holding up signs saying, "Not my king." One of them, I literally was cracking up. I was serving a burrito when I heard it. Yeah, she said it so loud. Someone was saying to Charles, "Why don't you like Harry? He's not even your kid. He's not even your son. He's not even your kid." Screaming at him. And then another one screaming at Camilla, "Camilla, you're ugly. Diana's better than you. You look like a dragon." And another one was saying,
this is in Colchester.
In Colchester. You can look it up. It's there.
Oh my God.
And another one was saying, Charles, you're a prick. Your brother's a nonce, you nonce lover. This is what we was hearing all week, all day.
Wow.
All day was hearing it. Yeah. So,
He's not going
Yeah,
back.
what was their reaction? Like, how would they?
man, he had to go through some Iron Man training to just like not even hear any of that, because there's been times where he's gone all over the country. He's had eggs thrown at him, flour thrown at him. That's why they needed 500, 700 police officers. Yeah. Like there was even a few arrests. There was a guy who actually got arrested because he had 2 petrol canisters with him in the back of the rucksack.
Yeah.
I'm like, you idiot.
See,
There's police everywhere.
my thing is that if they're completely really good people and like people really looked at them and said, you know what, like I love these people, this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be happening. So why is it happening? Because obviously they've done something to offend quite a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot
The
of
show's called Don't Get
anti-royalists.
Offended, by the way. But
Pardon the pun.
but they've offended people
Yeah.
on a mass scale, and that I mean, you know, at the end of the day, look at our bills. You know, anyone that's paying bills, you know,
The
talking
gas.
about human rights in Qatar when their citizens get 24 grand a year just to be citizens, just to be and
to
a
live
home.
there.
You get a home,
And-
Do you know what I
and
mean?
heat
you don't
as
have
well.
to pay for the home,
And
You know what I'm
heat.
saying? You
It's
get the
humid
home
every day.
but it's cool.
Vex.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, bro.
That's fine. That's no problem. And so I must have finished there about 6, drove back home.
Yeah.
The next morning, I wake up. My trailer's gone. The thing was attached to my car. So do you know how to attach a trailer to a car?
No.
So
but I can
basically,
imagine.
at the back of the car, there's a tow bar, and the back of the front of the trailer, there's a tongue that actually slots on, and you have to tie it up. My trailer was basically. I woke up in the morning, looked outside, I'm thinking, hold on a minute. I got 2 trailers, so the bigger one was already there. No one was taking that. My trailer got stolen.
What?
I'm looking around
Is this
thinking,
in Colchester as well?
No, I brought it back home.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's wrong with this?
My bright yellow trailer with a massive taco sign was gone. I was doing my head in. Wow. Yeah, I was absolutely screwing. Called the police. That police ain't gonna do anything. But I had to get a reference number anyway. And then literally within hour and a half of me just stressing out, I get an Instagram message from someone saying, we found your trailer. It's parked outside the Brentwood Old Sports Club. Have you parked it here? If not, we're going to remove it. I'm like, thank God. Well, I would say God, but I should say thank Yahuwah, right? Yeah. Thank him. So, but my heart is just doing all this kind of thing. I'm thinking, okay, well, I need to go get it.
Someone stole it and put it there.
They just dumped it.
Oh my God.
And I got another message from another person saying the same thing. And what was funny, I got another message from someone saying, all right, mate, I've just been told that your trailer's been found at the old sports club, but on a separate note, I might have a booking for you on the 4th of June. Are you free? I thought, wow, this day can't get any crazier. Went down there to go pick it up, full of mud. It was raining as well. It was on Wednesday, raining all day. They damaged my stabilizers, but took nothing. So me and my dad went.
What was the point in that? Do you think it was kids or like? What was the point in that?
No, man. Apparently, I've been told that it happens a lot. And the thing is, I actually looked at someone's Ring doorbell that they put it in the big community group.
Yeah.
And I see them drive it at 3:30 in the morning. They didn't even have the decency to plug in the lights in the back of the trailer. I couldn't believe. So me and my dad went to Halfers, got wheel clamps, got trackers, got everything, man. Make sure both them trailers are secure. It ain't happening again, man.
Good.
So that was just a wild few
Week.
days. Yeah, it was a wild week, man. But yeah, that's me, really.
Cool, man. My week was cool. As we know, got a new princess in town.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah, do you know what? It's amazing. Obviously, the first few weeks have been a bit hard, especially with the sleepless nights. I was always saying, bring on the sleepless nights. I could do it again. When you actually do it, oh my gosh, it's long. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, next time we need like maids or you know,
night nurse,
someone like to take over. It's very, very hard. But you know, she's doing well. She's getting stronger. You can see she's starting to move, like, you know, a lot. Like, keep her head up as well. She's 5 weeks, and do you know what? But I think the main thing for me, is my eldest daughter. She's been a 10, like on a Richter scale, a 10, like so. Yeah, just juggling her. My son has been amazing. Other than that, it's been all good. My daughter, my eldest daughter, it's weird saying that now, but she actually had the neurovirus, I think, the last couple of days. Like, she literally,
it's been probably going around.
Yeah, we were sleeping in bed, and she's just come into our beds, and she's just thrown up on the bed. The first night,
mate.
The second night, she came in the bed. We thought she was a lot better. She slept in her room, came in our bed, slept in the bed, and then threw up in the bed.
Oh man,
yeah. So,
and what time in the morning was this?
This was, I don't know, man. I didn't know. Like, obviously, doing night feeds, you don't know what time.
Yeah,
you don't know what's going on.
Phone, you know, the phone's over there. yeah. I know the ones, like the watches on the floor. You don't know what time it is.
All I know is that I had to pick up four pillows yesterday. So I didn't realize they're £28 for 4 pillows.
What? Where are you buying your pillows?
And that's from B&M.
Okay.
I was just about to say, was it B&M? Yeah.
That's a lot of money still. For 4 pillows, you know? I thought it was going to be like...
was it like duck feather, or do you know?
Oh, nice. And big ones.
Big chunky pillows, yeah. I do like a chunky
I like one big chunky one, and then one...
I could sleep without a pillow, to be honest.
I can't. What?
Yeah, I'm not a pillow person.
Sleep
on a sofa,
flat.
cushions.
Yeah.
But like lying down, it's too much.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But ain't that bad for your spine, for your back, if you don't have a pillow?
Depends. If you go on your side, it's not great for your neck. But generally, lying flat is all
I'll
right.
be talking about my neck.
I don't know. It's probably better. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
lying
if you
on your back
on
is
your
alright.
back, yeah, because you're meant to like correct your back or something.
Yeah, I guess so. No, I need my pillows, man.
Think of people thousands of years ago, like you think they're sleeping with pillows.
Nah, they slept on rocks, bro.
All right. Let's get into this now. All right, let me see how we do this. Let's make sure it's the right one.
Chris Samuels is the host today. Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right. The first topic. We're just gonna talk it out. Obviously, Gary Lineker, and do you know what? I have to see how we angle this because obviously, Shahlaa, you work, for the BBC.
Look at the BBC, yeah. I mean, I shared that letter from someone wrote a letter, but I can't remember her name now. It's gone out of my head. But I shared a letter on my socials. So
Is it?
I may already be sacked.
Oh gosh.
I died though. I know who's gonna sack you. No one's gonna sack you. They can't even sack him.
Of course they can't sack him.
He's on too much
I've
money.
seen all the people striked, like they're not going on match
Yeah,
of the day.
yeah.
All the other.
You're right. and all that, yeah.
So if you didn't know, Gary Lineker, a football presenter, put out a tweet basically condemning the government's new policy for migrants and damning human rights. I mean, it's funny that this whole when you got Qatar trying to take over Man United, the UK press are talking about human rights, but when the government's doing this their own human rights naughtiness, it's it's all good for them to do that. But anyhow, what do we think of it? Do you think that
BBC, they're the same company who allowed the N-word to go live in the daytime, isn't it?
Yeah, be careful, bro.
It was one of the regional stations, but yeah, they did.
I had to get that one out, man. Whatever.
I've talked about it on One Extra Talks before.
Is
They were
it?
doing that, so you can talk about what's happened. It's factual.
Yeah.
It's out there, right? Yeah, exactly.
Which is good.
Yeah, I think they similar to remember they apologised to Sideman because he quit his job off the back.
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
Sideman. Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna have to make a statement. Definitely.
Yeah. But you know what? I always thought that he was a freelancer.
Technically, all the DJs and presenters are freelancers, but
No. I mean, like Gary.
Yeah.
oh,
Gary Lineker. I thought he was a freelancer. I didn't think.
I think he gets paid a lot though.
Yeah.
Because he's.
But you know what I'm hearing though?
Yeah.
I've seen quite a few discussions about this on quite a few different platforms, and all they're talking about is his money. A lot of people always bring his money into the argument. Like, is that all you really caring about? I mean, like, it was fine. Well, basically, that they were saying, he's got a contract with the BBC. He broke the contract because his things is that he's not supposed to be saying things that's going to put BBC in the disregard. Even though he was basically saying about all the stuff he's saying about Qatar, everyone was loving it. But when it comes to the home ground, you can't say certain things. But but there was
tweets from Alan Sugar that he'd said much worse racist things and nothing happened. So I definitely think this is a personal attack on Gary Lineker for some reason.
Yeah. But you know one thing that he's not doing?
Clarkson as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It seems like it's selective outrage.
Of course it's yeah. Watch the Netflix special. You bitch. What's it? I don't know. He's not apologizing for it. And
Do you think he should?
would
If it was your job on the line and obviously that's his income for his family.
You know what? I rate him for not biting. I rate him for not apologizing, man. At the end of the day, if you say something, you said it. It's out there.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 10 years ago or yesterday, man. You stick by what you say. And there's a lot of people in this generation, they don't stick by what they say. Well, they say things, but their PR team is like, look, our pockets are gonna get super thin if you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everyone's just worried about getting cancelled.
Of course. Everyone's scared about getting cancelled, but he doesn't care. And what's the ratings for Match of the Day saying now? All time low, right?
I think yesterday all they done was 20 minutes of highlights and
What?
and no one speaking.
No one
Yeah, it
speaking.
was just
no pundits.
Yeah, it was
what
just-
is that?
Just football sounds. That was it.
Yeah,
It shows
cheers.
his impact, which is nice. At least he can take that. He's impactful.
No, definitely. I can. He's also apparently he's got 5 million worth of taxes that he needs to pay.
Gosh,
so he
there's
needs
that
that
as well.
contract
There's
then.
that as well. But you know what? I'm actually gonna come via a Chris Samuels angle. This is a distraction from what's happening in the world right now. Cost of living,
What is
price of
happening?
gas.
Yeah.
The Ukrainian war,
Yeah.
all of that stuff, all of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I personally think I rate him for not backing down, and you know what, BBC are definitely going to have to put a statement out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And quickly. The longer they
and
leave it, the
quick.
worse it looks.
And quick.
I think everyone's
like
off for
tonight.
the weekends.
Yeah.
You might not see something
just
till
let the weekend
tomorrow.
go. You know what I mean? Arsenal won 3-0 is good. So
But there's match of the day 2 as well. That's on tonight. So I wonder what's going to happen with that.
don't even know, man. It might just be how it was yesterday. So Ian Wright's not going to go for it. Did you see the thing that John Barnes said?
What's that?
I think he was just basically saying like exactly what we're saying here is like, at the end of the day, it's all like a distraction from here. And I think because it's basically his best friend that was playing in football together for England, he actually backs him as well. So
I mean, I think I can see where the selective outrage is, because you had, like for example, you had Matt Letizia, who's been
him as well.
completely blacklisted from football because he had views on the pandemic and the jabs, and
I didn't know about that.
yeah, and he got completely blacklisted, and I think Ian Wright actually laughed at him. Not laughed at him. I think he he said basically they lost their jobs on Soccer Saturday. Matt Letizia, I think Charlie Nichols,
Because
Phil
of the
Thompson.
pandemic.
Yeah, I think that was at a point where I think the whole BLM stuff started kicking off, and they wanted to put more black presenters on TV and everything, and I think they lost their jobs, and Ian Wright did put out a little post. Someone retweeted it yesterday, so it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Matt Letizia is a bit salty at the moment about that, but I can completely understand what he's saying in terms of there was a selective outrage for when he was saying stuff, and obviously Gary Lineker's saying stuff, and then people are backing him, kind of thing. But it's all over the place, really and truly. At the end of the day, I think we're in that world right now where we're being censored for literally everything that we say. You can't say this, you can't say that. If you say this, you're going to offend someone. If you say that, what happened to
Freedom of speech.
Well, that's the thing. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, but if your opinion clashes with the big wiz's opinion, you're now every word under the sun.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. If you clash with opinions, you talk it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is that I see the world as a lot of people don't know each other, right? You see someone for the first time, or you see someone, and you automatically you might have that perception of them just because of how they look. But when you actually open up your mouth and have a conversation with them, you think, "Oh, actually, you're a right person." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's the same way with opinions. Like, we may not have the same opinions, but at the same time, if you talked about it and you saw the reasons why that person's got them opinions, and that maybe you might see some sort of light. Maybe you might not agree with it, but there might be something there that might say, like, do you know what? Actually, I can kind of see where you're coming from. I still don't agree with you, but it's cool. You know what I mean? And then you can shake hands and just walk off different directions. You know what I mean? And never see each other again.
Question. See, Gary Lineker, didn't he actually take in a migrant?
Did he?
I think he did.
Recently or?
No, I think a few years, a couple of years ago, but I'm sure he took like a refugee or migrant over and housed him and looked after him and stuff. You don't hear about that, do you? Yeah, you have to go to the dark web to find that. But they won't talk about that, will they? All distractions, man.
All right, I think we're done with this subject. All right, let's keep it moving.
I'm trying to watch my words because I don't want her to have an email in the morning says so.
Yeah, we're trying to keep Charlotte's job.
Yeah,
trying to keep
please,
her.
I've got children to feed.
All right, I think this is a subject that we can all talk about. Love Island.
Oh gosh, have you seen my reviews?
I saw a few of your reviews, but I think, do you know what? Right, I'm say it straight. Last few days, it's always the last week. I can't just get into the last week because it just.
So you haven't watched it, basically.
But you're free to talk about it.
So it's a topic, but you haven't even followed up on it yet.
No. I want to know what's going on then.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So, over to you. No. Trust me, we was watching it together. We was like having literally debates every day about it. But
like
I've been so busy, I haven't actually kept up with it.
On it as a show, though. So like, there's people who don't choose not to watch it because they don't like the portrayal of like the perfect image, and so they don't watch it because of that reason. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like even if you're not a fan, you can still have an opinion on it.
I just think a lot of the people, they just have dead personalities.
Yeah,
man.
this year especially, it's been.
This year has been horrible. You know what? Okay. Here's a question. What was your best year for Love Island? Which season was the best one?
Well, I joined late. I joined the Love Island trend in Amber's season. You know, Amber Rose Gill.
Everyone keeps talking about Amber.
So, apparently,
I didn't watch that year. I didn't watch that year.
It was sick because they could drink as much as they wanted.
They could smoke as well before.
And they could show it on TV.
Yeah.
Whereas now they get limited alcohol and things like that. So you just don't see people's true.
Yeah.
You don't
even in times like they couldn't even hug. Hug their family when they come.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that.
I don't know why I find that funny.
Was it?
What, that they couldn't hug their family?
Oh, my back.
Do you know what it is? Is that whenever I think about that, I think of the whole of, when people were hugging, like had plastic sheets and they're hugging each other through the plastic sheets. And
What's the point?
Really?
I don't know, but we live with lots of people, so like do you know what I mean? To someone who hasn't seen someone in 6 weeks, that might be enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you live all alone, you don't see anyone.
It's true, and it's probably really intense as well in that place. And
yeah. I mean, if you're together 24/7 all the time, there, man.
What are you talking about? The pandemic or Love Island?
Oh, the pandemic.
I thought you were talking about Love Island, man.
Because you said hugging through the plastic sheets.
Yeah, no, I do remember.
Virtual hugs.
At the end of the day, look, do you know what? Obviously, those emails came out and those WhatsApp messages came out.
Matt Hancock.
About what? About Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Man like Matt.
About creating variants and to scare people and,
I'm not on WhatsApp anymore, so I might miss a few things,
His surname is awesome. Hancock.
What do you think he calls himself? Like, people call themselves like third person sometimes. And they might,
do they? What do they call themselves?
I don't know. Like some people, like I'm the gym master.
Okay.
You think it's like I'm the cock. Like
I just know that Matt gave us all type of stuff to do during the pandemic, but then he basically had some next woman's. Yeah, he had his cock in someone's Hancock. So that is that name. But okay, but you know what? When it comes to Love Island, they're there for love. They love Island. No,
I don't know if I believe. I think there's one couple that I think might last a bit out of the island, Sammy and Tom. Otherwise, I don't see none of the couples.
I don't see especially Tanya and Shaq.
Yeah. Oh, Shaq's gonna be heartbroken.
Have you
followed Tanya and Shaq's story?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be.
Okay,
he's gonna be crying, and my girl knows him as well.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm actually
Really?
gonna hear some of the tea.
what did she say?
She just said like she grew up with him and he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he went into the house, like, when he's talking about, the women that he meets in the airport and everything, I thought, wow, like this guy's
he's gonna be that.
He's a player.
But he said he was looking for his wife as well.
Yeah. So. I feel for him because you can see he's in love, and love does some mad things.
Oh, Love is blind. We should talk about that show. Really, Love is damn blind because I don't know what I might be rude, but hell, don't get offended. Tanya, I don't know. That's just not mine.
I think. Do you know what? She ain't done nothing wrong. She just.
Whoa! Okay, now I'm open. Okay. No, right.
No,
now we're open.
Okay. She did do some things wrong.
Some things wrong. Okay. So let's go between. All right. So between Shaq and Tanya.
Not about Martin. What she did wrong is
and the first guy
telling Shaq that she loved him, because what I see from Tanya, she just wants to be single. Like, she actually just wants to live her best single life.
Yeah.
But she's acting like to this guy like she wants to be with him. And I guarantee when she comes out and all her DMs are flooded.
Her DM is going to be flooded with all type of eggplant emojis thrown.
But the thing is that she looks like a kid. Like I look at her. I genuinely look at her like that's someone's daughter. Like, this is a kid.
She's a
like,
little
do you know
girl,
what I mean?
man. Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, nah. Like just the way that she carried like that whole situation with Martin and who's the other guy? David.
Oh yeah, David in the beginning. Yeah.
Like,
What, she didn't do anything wrong, did she?
I
think no, you got to go on the show to explore your options, but she shouldn't have told him that she loves him. That's where she went wrong. Like,
who said it first?
He did. He did. Yeah. He's a.
She might have just.
She just felt guilty.
Would he come under the simp level? Shaq the simp.
Oh.
The simp.
He just wants a wife. He just wants to get married.
He does.
Love is blind, mate.
But I think that the producers missed the trick because they should have put someone else in there for him, like someone that wanted him.
Zara tried with him, and she weren't really that interested. But you could tell he was attracted to her. But it's just something about Tanya. He's hooked on Tanya.
Yeah.
But why was Tanya super mad about him and her flirting? But she couldn't take any accountability. This is the problem. They even had a little debate online about toxic femininity. When it was the movies popcorn night thing. When Martin's all eating popcorn like that. Yeah.
That one was
Tanya, because don't forget, these shows are heavily edited. You mean to say that the man was also, she was all saying, Martin's so delicious. He's a bit of me. He's my vibe. And then they're in the bedroom. And fair enough, the cameras will probably see like 2 minutes of it. You don't think there was no fumbling under the thing? Of course there was. Of course there was. And then she had the nerve to go and tell him, don't believe your lying eyes. Listen to me. You'll get over it. I told you about my kiss. And just...
Yeah, she handled
my
that
man was
wrong.
crying over there, brother.
Wrong. Yeah,
she handled that
I feel
so
like all
wrong.
the girls were a bit shady on that, to be honest.
Yeah. Would that come under toxic femininity?
I mean, I guess, I don't know.
Because there was no accountability for all of them. What about that one? I can't remember her name. The one that annoyed me. The one that went out with Tom first. And
Olivia.
Yeah.
The one for me with Olivia is they called her out on her snaky behaviour, and none of the girls challenged it. They only challenged the guys. Yeah.
So it was girls supporting bad behaviour.
Yeah.
Toxic femininity.
Yeah.
100%. No accountability, and made the guys look like like they were worse. All right, fair enough. Some of the guys got bad. What's his name? Casey?
Yeah.
Casey was just playing the game all wrong, boy. I don't know what he was
like
up
a
to.
Cheshire cat.
He was literally like a Garfield Cheshire cat, innit? He's smiling every day. Oh my God, yeah, like, I really, really like her. And come on, man.
But he was the newest in, so like he's allowed to kind of be like free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the whole Claudia thing was just a bit weird because at the end of the day, you've known her a couple of days. Yeah, she's Carl Fogarty's daughter, so she's rich, super rich.
He missed out there.
And he knew.
He knew it.
He knew.
That wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Like he's super rich. Like,
I know.
You know what I mean?
But who's it's the final week now, isn't it? Who might win this week? Who's going to be on Pretty Love Island?
It should have been Kai and Sanam.
But what happened?
But they won't win. Kai. They're too diverse.
Which one's Kai?
They're both brown people. So
yep. Ooh,
it'll be Tommy and
I mean,
Sam and Tommy.
Oh yeah, Sammy and Tommy. Yeah.
I said their names together, isn't it?
And Will, I like Will. Will's been my favorite from the beginning, man. He's jokes.
He's funny, but I don't know if he can win it.
It's a bit much.
I like him, man. He's just quirky, man. You know, he's like some quirky people, man. He's a quirky guy.
No one likes Jessie. So
no one likes. I've heard the stuff about Jessie. She got rejected in Australia and she rejected in South Africa. But one thing I've noticed, have you noticed how they have shit weather there? It's raining and windy every single time that they be filming. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but
I think it's the time of year.
I think it's meant to be. No, winter time is in the summertime.
Oh
in South Africa.
Is it?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
So it shouldn't.
So our summer, they're freezing.
No, but it's not. Obviously, it's not going to be like
I
are
was there in
freezing.
June and it was like spring here.
Oh, okay.
But in the daytime, with like in the sun, it was okay, but it's still really windy. I think it's just windy there, isn't it?
I just saw like, just
the
hair blowing everywhere.
everything. Yeah, the trees.
That was mental. But yeah, I mean, you know what? I might just watch like the last day. Don't know if
it's
I just
weekend.
haven't really been consistent with it.
I've had to. I started the review on week 1, so I had to just.
Nah, do
stick
you know
at it.
what was one of my
Find it
favorite
boring.
seasons?
This season's been dry.
Do you know what one of my favorite seasons was? Remember when the twins came in?
Yeah.
And Mike was there. Remember Mike?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and Priscilla.
That
yeah.
he was my guy. He just came with a 0S mentality completely.
That was a good season.
That was a
some
good one,
characters,
especially when he was up against the Justin Bieber lookalike.
Oh yeah.
Remember him? Because that Justin Bieber lookalike, he looked just like him.
He had the same name as someone else in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I bet someone like him, he can probably walk into Sugar Hut in Brentwood with his Alexander McQueen shoes and his quiff, and he just stands there and just take free home. You know what I mean? He's not used to being in an island with like 24/7 and have to graft.
Yeah.
Especially to a guy like Mike. Mike was just like, all right, mate, whatever.
He was on it.
He was on it. Man was doing like 60 push-ups and like, yeah, I'm bigger than you, man.
All right, I think we're done with this one there.
Yeah. Love Island.
Obviously, who's gonna win? Just run.
You know what?
Sammy and Tom.
You know
Sammy and
what?
Tom.
I'm actually gonna say Shaq and Tanya. Don't
Right.
They're
Yeah.
not gonna win. They've been in
Yeah,
the bottom
right.
how many times?
Have they been in the bottom?
3 times.
Is it?
Are you trying to vote for them?
I'm not
You
wasting
know
the
what?
vote.
You know what? I
I'm voting for Kai
might do.
Sanam.
I might just do it for Bants, and then
Sanam will get top 3.
and then we'll speak about this next week.
Nah, man, don't do it, man.
It's a wasted vote. They're not winning.
I think Kai and
Black people have given up on them. That is a sign. Like, they're not getting the vote.
True, yeah. Black people have given up on them, boy.
Honestly.
Shaq is a simp, and Tanya is just. Oh goodness.
yeah, I think Kai and Sanam, if they win, that'll be great.
Yeah.
If not, Tom and Sammy. But actually, not too many people like Sammy, innit?
No, I think people like Sammy.
Do they? Okay.
She's kind of like
Jessie
a relatable
people.
one, isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause she's just a like London girl, isn't she?
Yeah.
Imagine
Nah.
her in the pub.
Now, do you know what? I'm gonna be controversial because I like being controversial sometimes.
Shaq.
If it's not them two, not Kai and Sanam,
Shaq.
Ron and Lana.
If they're in the final 4, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna call you in it. I'm gonna bell your phone. But you know one thing I do like what they're doing, what the producers are doing. They're putting people in with all different backgrounds. Like Ron is blind in one eye, isn't he?
Yeah.
Then in the last one, they had someone that was
Yeah,
deaf.
but
and-
that doesn't mean anything, man. He uses that to his advantage.
yeah, well, yeah, he probably does.
You know what I mean?
But you know,
He's
but
shady.
yeah, but obviously you know that your producers are not overlooking
No,
people with.
yeah, you know, they've
that's the
found
only
someone who uses it to his advantage.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Not someone that struggles with it and is what's it called? Is has got low confidence
Yeah,
about
hindrance,
themselves.
Yeah.
Someone who uses it to his advantage.
Yeah. He plays that card, man. He plays that card, that gambit.
Don't trust Ron,
but fair play to him though. Still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Next topic.
Do you want to do that again?
Yeah, I'll do that again. Hold on. Real smooth, man. I'm gonna be getting loads of calls to be presenting loads of different shows after this.
You know, can I present one day?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'll present one day. It'll be
man.
fun.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so this is something that came up this week. So I saw a video, and basically there was these books for kids in a school, and they're published.
I put that in the group, innit? Oh gosh, yeah.
Did you put that?
I put it in the group.
Where did I see it? I saw it somewhere else as well.
The podcast.
Did you? Is it the video one?
Is it the one where like the woman's actually questioning all the books that?
Yeah, actually, all right. You put that one in there.
Yeah.
All right, you talk about it, bro.
Right. So the whole thing about teaching kids about sexual education, basically, right? Me personally, I've had this thing where at least let the child have some acne on his face.
Yeah. Stop puberty.
Get some puberty first before you start talking about birds and the bees and the bees and the birds, right? No. There's children books out there right now that are teaching kids under 5 years old about oral sex,
Wow.
anal sex, genderqueer books. Yeah, and this woman is basically picking out these books, which is, I don't know whether it's in the school curriculum or in a library, but she's the only one talking, and no one's even. There's no debate around it. She's just talking. She. I think this video went viral on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
But how has this happened? How did we get here? How are we teaching 5-year-old, 6-year-old kids about genderqueer, anal sex, oral, like, and when she was when she was opening the book, she saw pictures, actual diagram, cartoon pictures of it in the act for a kid's book.
Sex. Oh my! What country is this?
There was
that's not in the UK.
There was There was a man giving head to another man as well in there.
Yeah.
In the UK, not in the UK.
I believe it was in the UK.
Oh my gosh!
How did we get here? How did we get here? What books were you reading when you were 5?
Biff and
Fireman Sam.
Champ. And my mum got all those books removed from the school. In all the schools in the UK.
What was it called?
What was it called?
It's called Champ.
Champ.
Yeah, it was.
What was it about?
It was a monkey.
Oh God.
This monkey, it was a light-skinned monkey.
A light-skinned monkey.
And then these very dark black gorillas, and they were the bad guys.
Oh.
And my mum, as soon as my mum saw the book, she said, "What are you reading?" I said, it's only Champ, It's
Cool.
it's a good
Was
book.
it a series as well?
Yeah, it's like loads of books. I think the publisher, don't quote me on it, I think his name was Michael Brown, I think he's the publisher. And I remember this from school. I was probably about 7 years old. And I just remember my mum storming off with the book, "You can't read this." And then I'm thinking, all right, cool. And then the next thing I'm seeing my mum in the school, with people from councils and that and everything.
Your mum's a G, man.
And she's like, "Yep, take that one." So that, and they were letting her go through all the books in the library.
Give your mum your flowers, man. Give your mum your flowers, boy. Give her flowers, boy. We need your mum to go to these schools to do the same thing. Yeah.
Listen, I sent that. We sent that in the family group.
And what did she say?
She went off on she went off on it. But yeah, she got all them Champ books removed in the UK. All the schools in the UK.
A light-skinned monkey.
That's wild.
And a dark gorilla.
No, dark gorillas.
Dark gorillas.
Loads of them. It was all about the gorillas are bad. Basically, the gorillas were the bad people. It was depicting,
Yeah, dark skin. Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, no, other than that, but yeah, this is, do you know, when I saw the books itself, I just thought, if this is how we're going and this is the direction we're going in, my kids ain't going to be seeing none of this, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm not, I need to know exactly when they're going to be putting these books out, when they're going to be doing these educations, because they don't need that. Yeah. This is not something that they need. You know what I mean? Yeah,
these are times where parents need to take a more full-time interest in the material that the books are, that the schools are providing to the kids. They have to do it now, man. Back in my day, what was I reading? Flipping like Othello, Romeo and Juliet, Rupert. Remember Rupert, like the white bear? Yeah. Them books there, man.
Yeah.
How am I gonna watch? How am I gonna read Nah.
Shahlaa, if someone came, if your children came back, and because this is where we're going at the moment right now, they want to do this without your consent, pretty much. They want to teach these things without your consent. What would you do in that situation if one of your children come home and they've been taught this
at school? Yes, it's a bit political. I mean, I've already caused drama at the school. I'm that mum as well.
Really? Explain.
They have this policy of this hat that the kids have to wear on school trips. That's like a uniform hat, but it's a baseball cap. And I've explained to them, my daughter's got an afro. That's not gonna fit on her head. So they got this other beanie cap, and I negotiated that she'll wear the beanie cap because it's beanie hat because she can.
Yeah, of course.
But I was like, what happens in summer? Like, I don't want her, especially she's the only black girl in our class. Not in her school. Her school's quite diverse, but in our class, there's Asian, Southeast Asian, but there's no other black girl.
Right.
So she already has made little comments about, oh, her hair's longer than mine. So I don't want her feeling a way about, you know, oh, this cap isn't fitting on my head properly and everyone else is. So yeah, I'm already that mum. I don't know what I would do about that. Unpopular opinion though, I have taught my daughter the proper name for her body parts. So she knows she has a vagina and she knows her brother has a penis.
Yeah.
And their dad didn't like that. But I was like, you need to know the scientific term, the same way you'd say elbow. Like, we're not doing all like my moo-moo and all that. Like, you need to know the proper names because then if someone's trying to use a different name, you're going to think why they're referring to it as that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the whole like sex, as far as she knows, you was in mummy's belly and you came out and that's it. You just came in mummy's belly. That's what she needs to know. Yeah, I don't understand. I feel like it's a puberty thing. I feel like it's more secondary school.
100%.
Let them get a piece of acne, man.
Yeah.
Let them have their first period or whatever. Like, just get to that point of adolescence when you're mentally able to open your mind to that world.
Yeah.
When you're under 10 years old, 9 years old, 5 years old, bruv. These are 5-year-old books.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's like the actual title of the book, Gender Queer.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Like, I don't know, was it from like, was it Puffin?
I need to see this
You
video.
know like the Puffin
You
books?
find out what school that is.
Yeah. I don't understand how we got here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? There's also there was a guy I heard there was a guy on a radio show and from the UK and he said that his child had been taught this in school. So you know he was pretty much he didn't want his child to be taught this, but you know they got taught it, so he wasn't very happy.
They should have definitely warned the parents as well about things like that on the curriculum.
They have to. They absolutely have to. But the way that they hit this guy, right, this guy's child, he described it as, right, so basically what they did, they kind of like showed, they acted it out a bit. They used a banana and...
Oh, you're joking me.
And Nutella. They used a banana and Nutella. Yeah.
Nutella.
Yeah. He said it. He said it.
Can never spread that on my bread again.
Like
a banana and Nutella.
I mean, where is the moral sense in this?
Yeah.
Like these are kids. These are kids. Yeah. These are kids that the same kids.
How does this get approved?
Yeah.
All right.
How does this get approved, man?
All right. What's it called? What's the age? Obviously, I think that anyway that whoever lowered the age down to 16 years old of sexual consent, that is obviously there's a reason behind that. There's a bigger reason behind that. Whereas other countries you see in the world is like 18 or 21, but here is 16. So obviously, you know, a 70-year-old man having sex with a 16-year-old is all right, which I don't think is right. But we're in that society here where we have kids who are, if they're not allowed to have sex before 16 anyway, right? Well, they shouldn't be having sex with before 16. Why are we teaching them these things before they're 16? Why is it that they have to
Sparking
get
their
ID'd
curiosity.
for a Red Bull for 16 to drink alcohol 21?
A monster drink. You need, you know, today I went to Co-op just before I came. I
'cause the
scanned the
caffeine.
monster drink. I had to get. It said we just need to approve this. I'm like,
Even
you know how old I
paracetamol
am.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
mental.
at the same time, you can teach them before they're 10 about sex.
Yeah.
And not in just that, but acting out a banana and Nutella.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like
Like if they wanted to teach like the science behind like a woman having an egg, maybe. But even then, I think I did that in secondary school.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would I do that? Yeah,
Acting
secondary
out
school.
stuff
Yeah.
and anal sex and all like that. That's wild to me. That's
Yeah.
actually
And I think that the other thing as well is that they were saying that it's okay for young children to have sex with themselves.
Yeah, heard about that as well.
So that's another thing that they
Even
want to
Jada
teach.
Pinkett Smith like tries to promote that on her talks, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's
But she's a witch.
she's a witch.
She's a witch.
Yeah, she's a witch.
Yeah, she
Straight up, she's a witch.
straight up,
Okay.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, look, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Too young.
And this whole sexualization of
And they're already seeing it in the media anyway, so they see it and you're introducing it to them. It's like a combo of,
It's just overload. It's flooding overload to the point where it makes them curious and they want to find out.
Yeah.
But even with like the sex itself, right? Obviously, we've got access to so many different things. Like, well, people got access. I ain't got access to it because I don't look at them things there. But porn, obviously that does something to your mind. That I can't think of the word, but it kind of like it damages your mind, like mentally, like porn. Like it makes you want to do more things or make you want to look at more things, and it's when you're introducing young children into sex and you're sexualizing them. You're making them want to do more things in terms of like what are the next steps that they're going to go. So obviously you've got like OnlyFans, platforms like that, which is a great thing now to people, which I think is wrong as well.
Something happening with OnlyFans at the moment, what I've read.
What's that?
Tax.
Oh, they're going to get taxed.
That's
Tax man is coming for their asses, literally.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, I think tax is wrong anyway.
Oh yeah, it's wrong.
Shouldn't
But
be paying tax
do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
now they're gonna feel it.
They should get taxed, 100%.
Absolutely,
Are they
yeah.
going to get the tax back on what they've already got, the content that's already out, or the money that they've already made?
God knows, they'll just have to get more content, don't they?
How are they going to figure out their numbers and stuff? I don't know.
Who knows, man? I mean, do they have an accountant, a lawyer, PR agent? God knows, who knows?
Yeah, that's why the whole digital currency is probably coming in. So they won't need to find out all those things anyway. So
Exactly.
they'll just know.
I don't think they'll be able to spell it. It's just ridiculous, man. Seriously, I think I really do feel sorry for this generation of kids. I really do. But I don't know, man. Do you think? I've always said that the schools and the government are taking the power away from the parents and putting it in the schools. But
No, I think it still has a massive... I feel like for children, we are their biggest influence, especially under a certain age. So, like, they can be at school all day, but what the teacher says will not hold as much weight as what I say. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I would say, but that's also relative. It's probably subjective because
It depends how much you talk to your
because
kids.
because there's a lot of kids who have kids. There's a lot of young kids, and where now they want to be in line with what's trending right now. They want to, I have to make sure that my kid grows up to be gender neutral because I want to belong to this trend, but I want to belong to this group. They want to be accepted. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of these parents that do that. So I got a little stack on my.
But I feel like those parents won't mind their children being introduced to sex at a young age then. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the parents who care, they just have to make sure they are communicating a lot with their children. Because the way my children, I'm God to them. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
so it's all about how much you're interacting and talking to them and educating them within the home. So even then when they go out, they still already have that mindset. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's how it should be.
I think you're right in a sense because I always think that, well, not even I think, the way I see it is that the governments want to raise your children. They want to, I think the way the system is set up is purposely in a way where they want to remove the father out of the life.
100%.
And they want to raise the children themselves. The mother obviously will be working and not have enough interaction with her kids if she's a single parent. But at the same time, it's what you just said, to hit a nail on the head, is how you have that interaction with your child yourself, how much you're involved in their lives yourselves. I think I see a big difference in my son, especially like I'm talking to him all the time, whereas before, he would get upset about just the littlest of things, but now it's like I can see the confidence is there, and
that's good.
And just little things like football itself, like he he wasn't, he didn't have that much confidence a couple of years ago, but I'm seeing the confidence growing all the time. But it's talking with him all the time and having that relationship with him, and even talking about, I'm not talking about critical thinking stuff like who people call conspiracy.
He's got all that to come, innit?
But
he'd be like, son, the earth ain't round,
No, he thinks it's flat.
Does he?
Yeah,
he poisoned his mind from early.
I didn't.
Bro,
I got sent a video about this the other day.
why would you do that to him?
What are you talking about? I didn't do that. That's what he thinks.
What, is he doing his own research into it as well now?
He looked up and he said, we don't spin 1,000 miles an hour, so...
So did you see Jupiter and Saturn last
Have you heard the thing
week?
about the tides coming in and out, and it's actually from... We're surrounded by water and the water's moving as we're spinning. Have you heard about that one?
Yeah, we're outside of the dome, the firmament dome is water. So
It's the waters above and the waters below.
There's
Okay,
water
okay.
above.
So do you teach them about like the marine kingdom and all that stuff?
No,
Like,
you mad?
Mermaids
No,
are real.
don't get into like too deep stuff. Like my missus won't let that happen. Do you know what I mean?
At least there's balance.
Do you know what I mean? But I said to her, when he gets to a certain age, then like I'm gonna be filling his head like with a lot more stuff. Like
So
you know what I mean?
all those astronaut books have has he burned them now?
No. His nan bought him a NASA tracksuit for Christmas.
What did he do with it? Has he worn it yet? Has he worn it since?
No. It might be missing.
Yeah, I bet he was like, look. Sorry, was his auntie or his nan? You said.
Nah, his nan.
be like,
My mother-in-law.
Oh, okay. He'd be like, yeah, nanny. You know that NASA means like Nasad, which means to deceive. Space isn't real. The moon isn't there. It's just a light. Oh, that poor boy.
Who said the moon isn't there? The moon's there.
The moon's there, yeah.
It's a light.
I had this convo so recently. It's so weird you're
What,
talking about this.
what,
You know-
go,
you know-
what did you say? What was the
Just
conversation?
someone was just saying about the world being flat, and that basically that space is all aligned. No one's ever been to the moon, and if they had, the flag wouldn't have been waving because there's no air on the. Yeah, it was a deep chat. It's a lot.
Well, do you think that they've been to the moon though?
Do
you genuinely believe it?
I don't believe it, but I do believe the moon's there. 100%.
Yeah, no, the
And I
moon's-
believe there's other planets.
Here we go. Just open up Pandora's box now, man.
No,
We can't be the only planet. Like, there's-
no. I'm not saying. I am not saying that there's no other.
So
planets.
did you see Jupiter and Venus last week?
No, I didn't see it, but I believe there are other planets
think
out
there's
there. Maybe they're not called Jupiter and Venus. But
Oh yeah, because they're pagan gods, aren't they?
Yeah, they're named after pagan gods, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
No, I look. I'm not saying that there's other planets out there. There's no other planets. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that the way that this system has been set up, right, and because it hides the Most High, right. This is the Most High made this world. He made it, right, and man has always tried to deny him. They've always tried to be like, there's no God, like, we can do our own thing, kind of thing. And they've always tried to hide the Most High. That's why a lot of people be, I don't believe in God. Like, do you know what I mean? Because he doesn't exist. How is he not? He's not even here. But in the first verse in Genesis, in the Bible, it talks about making a firmament, putting the firmament between the waters and dividing the waters and the waters with the firmament. And if you look at what the firmament is, it means a solid. It's a solid
Dome.
glass, like basically.
So like, you know like Wakanda and Black Panther.
yeah.
Yeah, the big vibranium dome. That's
Yeah,
basically yeah.
But if you look at all religions, you look at every religion's, like you look at the how they depicted the earth in all the religions. It's all like a snow globe. So it's all like you've got a dome in every religion. Like, so if you're talking about people that were closer to the source from a longer time ago, and all different religions have depicted this, and then you've got these Freemasons that all of a sudden they come out with it's a globe, which is a heliocentric philosophy, their own model, right? And if you look at the people who actually started saying this is what it is, and not only to say that, but the war when the Second World War, where the Nazis and that, all them Nazi scientists,
Yeah.
They went to America, and they became NASA. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's through Operation Paperclip. You can research it. It's out there. It's there. The Nazi scientists are the ones, and they're getting paid 19 billion a year to basically for CGI. And there's never ever been a picture of the Earth that's real.
How do you know that?
Because they've said it. NASA said it.
Because they said it.
They said it. NASA said it that all their pictures are CGI. And how is it that
We've had this debate, and you sent the thing through the group. I tried to find it,
But
couldn't find it anywhere.
how is it that each of the pictures every time over the years that the pictures change of the Earth? If you look at the Earth, if you look at like 19 whatever, it change. It should just be one picture, right?
Why don't we just go up there, man? Why don't we just get
One day
them
we will,
solutions?
man. We will. But
Why don't we just do it? Me, you, Ryan, John,
So
we just all
to
go.
get out the dome, how'd you get out the dome?
can't get out of the dome. This has been going on for years.
So then
This
how'd
is
you get a picture of Earth then?
no. You can. The dome is very high up. Yeah, very high up. All right.
How high?
But the thing, I can't say how high. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you look at the facts. All right. So NASA are telling you that we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Yeah, we spin so fast at 1,000 miles an hour. Do you feel yourself
We don't
spinning?
feel it, yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously?
But you know what they're going to say, though, innit? They're going to call it gravity.
What is gravity?
Exactly. So scientists don't know what it is.
What is gravity? It's just something. It's made up.
Yeah, it's a made. Well, that's the thing. Scientists. That's one thing that scientists can't even actually explain themselves. Trust me. Listen, you know me. I've been on the fence about flat Earth for years. The moment that we both spoke about it. I've been 50-50 for years. Sometimes I lean this way, and sometimes I lean that way. I'm very, very solidly here. Remember what I said the last time where they said the heliocentric thing when you type in flat Earth in the Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Already they just debunk it without even going to the next paragraph.
Yeah, because
and when you go to a nursery,
media, innit?
yeah,
It's
when you go to
media.
when you go to a school,
You've got a globe.
the first thing you see is a globe, so it kind of conditions you.
Yeah.
I've been on the fence for ages.
Oh yeah, I'm still on the I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not here to convert you.
Yeah,
but
it might take a while.
I'm just here to look. At the end of the day,
That's
Is
interesting.
that
The
what
water
it is?
thing you said, because that made me think. Well, we can't be flat if we're surrounded by water. But yeah, okay.
and a ball cannot contain that amount of. This is gallons and gallons of water. The Earth is 70% water.
So is that what- is-
gallons
is-
and gallons? How is it going to contain all of that water in just a spinning thing? It don't make no sense. They say that the sun is 93 million miles away from the Earth, and the moon is 248,000 miles away from the Earth. You can visually see the sun and the moon.
You see how big the sun is,
They're
though.
both the same
Yeah.
The
size.
sun's bigger than any planet.
Yeah, but they're both the same size. You can see they're the same size. You can see that with your visual eyes. If someone never told you this, like, and this is where critical thinking comes in.
is this what the streets are saying?
Do you know what? Forget the streets today. I'm saying this.
You're saying it, yeah?
Yeah,
because you don't believe them, yeah.
You can see.
How did we get here, by the way?
No.
This was my fault. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You can see the sun and the
Couldn't help
moon.
himself.
You can see they're the same size. They are the same size. Yeah. No two ways about it.
Not always.
They say
Not always. There's been
No,
plenty
but-
times I've
no.
seen the moon is absolutely. have you
but-
been to Hawaii?
No, but it depends on where it is, like how close you are to it.
I remember when
That's
I
what it
remember when I went.
argue that for the sun
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
bigger because we're not as close to it.
I remember when I went to Hawaii and the moon was as big as the sea horizon. It was humongous. And I went there in 1989 when I was 6. I still
You went
remember
to
it now.
Hawaii?
I went to Hawaii.
Sick.
Did I tell you?
Nah, man.
Have you ever been when you were kids? Have you ever been on a holiday and you remember every little thing, no matter how young or old you were?
Yeah.
This was the one holiday I remember everything. I've been quite a few places with my parents, but Hawaii, I went in 1989. I was 6 years old. I remember everything. I remember the chewing gum on the floor. I remember. I remember my dad pointing to a lobster, saying that one, and the guy grabbed a lobster and went to go cook it.
Yeah.
I remember women had the little coconuts for bras, and they were doing all this, like a belly dancing on the beach. I remember this. I remember seeing the moon It was. I think they said it was like some form of like a phenomenon, but it was as big as the horizon.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was humongous, and obviously it got smaller and smaller over the hours. But I remember that. But I've never seen the sun that big.
I've seen the sun massive, like big. Like you'll see it bigger if you go to Africa. If you go to, I think my sister went to Ghana and she said she's never seen the sun so big, like in there. It's like they've hidden the sun for a long time. That's what it felt like.
You know
like
what?
to her.
Oh man, you're annoying me. We went to Cornwall 2 years ago, right? No, last year. And we was right next to the beach.
Yeah.
And it was a sunset. And we was walking down the beach, yeah? And it's like within 15, 20 minutes, we're both watching the sun, and it was literally setting so quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, is Chris right? Because literally within half an hour, the sun was gone.
Yeah,
But isn't that the normal amount of time, roughly?
Yeah, but the sun.
There was something about that made me think, like the sun, ain't it meant to be 10 times the size as anything else? But within half an hour, it was literally, I literally saw it just thin out, like within so quickly. I was thinking to myself, right, it might be a lie. We might be in a dome.
Yeah, but the same thing as well is that the sun and the moon, they move, and science.
They move within the dome.
Yeah,
you say.
science tell you that we move around the sun, which is wrong. It's it comes down to some pagan worship. That's all it comes down to, because they put the sun at the center of everything. If you, it's one of the things. If you study the way that they think, this is why I feel the way that I do, is because I study the way that they think. And the way that they think is full of a lot of deception. And they are telling us that we move around the sun, like all the systems move around the sun. The sun is the only one that doesn't move. You can, with your own physical eyes, you can see that the sun moves.
But then you think that's because we're spinning.
But we're not.
And that's their argument.
Yeah. So then why are you lying? And also, not even just that, just if you go on NASA's website, they measure everything. So an airplane moving, a helicopter moving, a spaceship moving, a shuttle moving, they measure it on a non-rotating flat Earth.
So how do you explain the seasons, man? Winter, autumn, summer, and spring.
Book of Enoch.
What's that? Yeah.
The book, one of the books that was removed from the Bible. So if you go to, I believe he talked about the luminaries in chapters from 80, chapters around 72 to 80. About 72 started talking about the sun and the moon, and I think there was names for the sun and names for the moon as well, and all basically the luminaries, how they move in and out of portals. This book was removed from quite a lot of other books. I'm sure Matthew he would know, but yeah, they were removed, and it explains all the luminaries of the solar system and that. But because we haven't really got that sort of time, I can't. Yeah,
that was my fault. I apologize. I should never have done it.
But yeah, I think where was we, man? We was talking about the kids' books in schools.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, we're talking about kids' books.
It all links back to what we get taught, to be fair.
Yeah. What we get shown, what we get taught, look, you need to stop polluting these kids with. Let them get a piece of acne first before them. Let them be kids. Yeah. Let them grow to be kids. Let them play with Transformers and dolls and you know what I mean?
I won't let my daughter have a baby doll, because I'm like, you don't need to look after a baby or a child. And some parents are like, and I'm like,
I've never thought of it that way. And
you know what?
That's now popped in my head.
I actually thought of that the other day, because I saw my daughter with a doll, and I was thinking, hold on, they're trying to condition them to be parents early.
Yeah. And even that, like, already being so responsible for someone, like, you shouldn't have to have responsibility. I know it's a doll, but they feel like that's their baby.
It's their baby, it's their prize picture. Yeah. We'll just give them like a Tamagotchi, man.
Yeah.
Just give them that. You know what I mean? Remember those?
Puzzle.
Yeah.
I remember my brother had one. He said, "Oh, keep it alive," and it died. Like,
I never had one, when I was younger.
Oh, I love them.
It was such a trend. What was the other trend when we was growing up? Pogs. Remember Pogs?
I didn't have any pogs.
I even came to your school.
Is it?
I nearly got into a fight with someone in your school because I took all his Pogs.
You bully, man.
Huh?
I'm not old enough.
I
for
was a
Pogs.
good guy, man.
What are you trying to say?
I'm younger than you guys. I didn't have Pogs.
You know Pogs?
Yo-yos, the aliens in the gel.
I don't remember that one.
My son had the alien in the gel.
Oh God.
You know my son's age, are you?
No, I don't think so.
Where did we get here, man?
But yeah, all right, cool. I think that's about it. I think we can wrap it up and that.
Oh, no more topics? Any film recommendations?
I think
Netflix recommendations?
we're coming
Has
to
anyone seen Creed yet?
You know, I'm not really much into sport movies, I've heard it's really
Rocky.
good.
That's why I got into Creed, because I grew up watching Rocky.
Oh,
Have you watched the third one?
No.
Oh, you're going to watch the third one? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the third one. I'll tell you something I did watch yesterday. Me and my missus, we watched Luther on Netflix.
Is it good?
Do you know what? I've not watched the series. She watched the series.
Okay.
I'm actually in that.
That film was bang. Oh, yeah, that's the one you did, innit?
I'm in that. Yeah,
Oh.
they're in Piccadilly Circus, isn't it?
Were you in that bit?
Yeah.
Oh, that was deep,
I
man.
was freezing.
Bro, that was a deep
I was
scene,
To
man.
watch
Freezing.
it. I haven't watched the series, but I thought this is a good way to if I like it, I'll go
Yeah,
back and watch it.
I'm telling you, I will watch the series now. And I'm not a big Idris Elba fan. You know that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Why?
Because he
Gatekeeper, Blackberry Lane.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it. I've got the vid. Yeah.
Have you seen
when he did it?
Have you seen one thing on ITV called deep fake?
I saw the advert.
There's this-
I wouldn't watch it.
It is hilarious. There's this guy. Basically, they have like different actors from all around London or whatever, and they deep fake their face. So this guy actually
to
looks
look
like Idris
yes,
Elba.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen
One
that
that looks
advert.
like Cardi B, another one looks like Ed Sheeran, and it's mental. But it's amazing how this deep fake thing is real.
But they're telling. I remember I've been telling you about deep fake
You have,
for
yeah,
quite
you
a few
have, yeah,
years,
you
and then
have.
they bring out this program, and this is what they do. They love to do
They're
these things
listening.
Yeah.
because they'll be like, oh yeah. So that when you start talking about, oh no, it's just the program.
Yeah. No, like they're listening. Man.
Like, it's not real. Like it's a TV program. Like no, they do that. They actually do that, but it's cool anyway, man.
No, I remember filming on Luther. It was a freezing cold night. It was a night shift. I had to be there by 9 p.m. and rap was 6 a.m. in the morning.
Wait, can I say one thing about can I ask you a question about it? Would I spoil it for you, Shahlaa, if I ask a question?
Oh, is it gonna? It depends what the question is.
No. Do you know what? I can't. I was. I'll ask you off.
Off mic.
Yeah. Because it was a deep scene. That was a deep. I was. It's
Oh,
very.
when he fell off the building.
Can you not? He just said, "Is it gonna?" I hate spoilers.
Sorry.
So now I know in Piccadilly someone's falling off a building.
Listen, I was
Great.
cold that night. Yeah, I was freezing, and then went to Hard Rock Cafe and we had some steak. It was great, man. It was a good day.
Good, man. Good. Is there anything else anyone wants to bring up before we wrap this up?
I haven't watched anything good recently.
Nothing on TV.
Oh, I liked. My mum put me onto this Netflix series, Ginny and Georgia. Have you heard
Ginny
of
and
it?
Georgia.
It's a bit controversial, not gonna lie, but it's
Ginny and Georgia.
it's interesting. Yeah,
It's got a mixed race girl in it.
yeah,
I think my missus watches that.
yeah. It's funny and like Ginny. Well, Georgia, sorry, the mum. She's a character. But yeah, I don't know. I
what
don't
the-
know.
We watched what's that show? There's a show, Perfect Match, on Netflix.
Oh yeah. It's from all that they do. They do the Love Is Blind and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, so
I
you
think I
got-
saw a trailer for that.
it was.
I don't know if I can watch it. It looks too produced.
I mean, my missus was watching it, and she was like on episode 5, and then she was like, "Oh, like babe, like I want you to see this guy, like he's such a nice guy, but I need to see this bit, and this big black guy, he's barling like over." And I'm like, right, like
He's barley.
yeah,
Because he likes someone.
Yeah. So and then
That's cringe, man.
and then from there, like I started watching it, and we watched the whole. I think it was like 10 episodes and that. I think we kind of binge watched it. It was quite good. It was all right.
Good.
Yeah,
I do love a like romancy dating.
Yeah, I think Netflix have got a lot of those. Like they've got a lot
too many of them, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Love is Blind's come back now, season 4.
what, another one again? But they just had one.
They just had the same one.
You sure it's not the same one?
Is it Love is
Is it
Blind?
always like the bar?
No. What you saw was Love is Blind 3D. What happens afterwards?
Yeah.
This is the new season, the new one now.
Well, with Bartiz.
He's evil.
Hey there, how you doing? I'm Bartiz, and
You sound just like him.
Is that the one you mean?
Yeah.
I finished that.
No. This is a new season now. They put the trailer out. It's out this week, I think. Actually,
So it's not Bart.
you know what?
Not with Bartiz.
Not with that idiot. No, the new one. I want to see him out at first out UK. You know, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love
When's
that.
that coming out?
I'm not too sure, but when it
You
comes,
guys
we'll
watch
talk.
the new season of You.
I haven't seen it. You know what?
My missus watched that. You might as well talk to her.
It's good, but this season's not the same. I don't know. It feels different.
Oh no, is that the one with the guy
John
that's
Pegley.
killing?
Yeah, he's stalking bare women. Yeah.
I watched. I think I watched a few scenes when she was watching it, and I was thinking, like, this guy's like,
Deep.
like it was weird, like
He's a psychopath.
weird, yeah.
No, he's a weird guy, man. Like the first season was like, okay, but it done very well to get 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Done very well, man. There's nothing really watch I'm actually watching. I'm just watching like a lot of taco shows, to be honest with you.
Get some new recipes.
Yeah. There's a Taco Chronicles. Oh, I'll tell you what I was watching the other day actually. How they cook with THC weed. They cook with marijuana.
Wow.
So like it's like I think Khalees is on there and somebody else. So they're the host of the show and they get some people who's chefs and they have to make them a dish. But they gotta put THC in there.
Why?
Huh?
How'd they get away with that?
Netflix gave them some money. Boom. There you go.
Wow.
Talk about edibles. It's more than an edible. It's actually pretty dope, man. Not to say that I will like dabble in that, but maybe
I'll never have one
Again.
ever again.
What, an edible?
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's the reason why I chased the Most High after that.
I found God after that day, boy.
100. Never again, man. I'll tell you that. Never again.
Yeah. Just
All right. I think we're done.
yeah, we're done.
Yeah?
We're done.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right. You know what? It's lovely having you back, Shahlaa, and we'd love to have you back again as well. With the whole gang as well. So,
Now with the full gang, that'll be sick. That means we've got to get another mic. I'm not sharing with you.
bro, you know the protocols, man. We're gonna have to share.
I'll just have to buy another mic. It's cool.
And all right, cool.
Yeah, we just do that. I don't want to share with you. I've had to share it, man.
But yeah, all right, cool. You know what? Everybody that's listening, thank you very much for listening as well. Make sure you hit us up on our social medias as well. Make sure you look up on the YouTube. You've got the full shows coming out. Yeah, you're gonna have this show coming out this week as well on there. And if you're watching it, then you know it's out, innit? So don't be like, oh yeah, you said it's gonna be out this week, but I'm watching it.
Who says that?
He gets bad comments.
Do you know? I get
He gets bad comments.
I get a lot of people like, oh Chris, why did you say that? So I'm just like,
Those shorts are really coming in nicely, man. Getting good views on that.
make sure you look up the shorts as well, and hit us up on our Instagram and also our TikTok account as well. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all of that, please. And just take care of yourselves as well, especially in this current affairs of the UK that where they don't want to give us fair prices on anything. But anyway,
Yeah, gas bill.
yeah.
Cereal bars, that one got me.
Cereal bars.
Cereal bars, how much have gone up?
Only 15p, but that's not the point.
What?
The point-
15p.
15p.
It's been
too
the
much.
same price for 10 years.
Wait. You mean the Cocoa Pot and the Rice Krispie cereal bars gone up by
they're like
15p?
these little peanut ones and chocolate.
Oh no, I'm not bothered about that. I mean the actual cereal. Oh damn.
No, but since uni, like 10 years ago, I was buying these things for £1, and now they're 1.15, and they've been that price for 10 years.
Remember when Trump? Do you remember when Trump was 10p?
Yeah.
Now 25p.
Yeah. Do you know? Why don't you just do a petition?
I will, man. I'm fed up of this, man. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm Chris Samuels. I'm out. All praises to the Most High. Yahuwah.
It's Colin Palmer, Mr. Burrito King. Thank you guys for locking in. Funny fact, actually. The 14th of February is what?
Valentine's Day.
So the 14th of March is what? Steak and blowjob day. So, yeah, guys.
That's on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. So, guys, make sure that make sure that your steak is medium rare, and your BJs are well done. Good night. It's not like it's not true. Look it up. It's there.
Oh, man.
Am I meant to say an outro? Sorry, I was a bit frightened.
Don't get offended, man. Sorry.
I'm Shahlaa Tahira, and good luck on Tuesday with your steak and blowjob.
Peace out.
Cool.
Peace out.